Alrighty, so it's only day 6, but I feel like it's going to take more effort to ignore Lucas's videos than to just make these crazy videos that he keeps asking for. So Lucas is a dear friend of mine who I love a lot, but he's also the second dear friend of mine that I love who has urged me to make some type of videos. And I'm like, you know what, dude, screw it. I've always talked myself out of it because it's like, I can't say nothing that James Baldwin or Jesus or Epictetus or Nietzsche or Kant, Frederick Douglass, whomever. I can't say nothing that they haven't said already. But a little reiteration can be good for us. So, for instance, I was on the phone with my friend Austin earlier, who's somebody I can also get deep with. And in the middle of our convo, he's like, be nice to my friend Brad. It's like, you're right. And it resonates with a quote from Maya Angelou that I heard a couple weeks ago where she says in an interview, I don't trust people who don't love themselves. And what sounds narcissistic and egotistical at first is the complete opposite direction that she's going in. So, like, what other resource do we have to draw from behind closed doors? Once the comfort wears in and the need and effort to perform wears off and our masks come off, we start to treat those closest to us how we treat ourselves. And I think that in everyone there is a child who kind of never grew up, in a sense that has never been heard and never been healed, that pulls a lot of the strings against our will and against our awareness. I think that, there's a lot of societal mechanisms that start to develop our identities against our will in these categories that we try to squeeze ourselves into. So you think about it. You think of like how mean middle schoolers are to each other. Like, I taught middle school for a little bit, and it is heartbreaking to hear just how they treat each other and what they say. And these kids' bodies grow older. These responsibilities are piled on top of them. All the stress builds, all the demands of life, family, so on and so forth, just exert extra pressure. And so where does that leave us? That's where I really love James Baldwin, because he speaks of the moral apathy that runs rampant in this country, in this culture, really, that keeps us from loving ourselves. You think of the constant bombardment of advertisements saying you're not this, you're not complete, you're not pretty, you're not fit until you buy this product. Our brains pick up on so much that we are not aware of. And I don't know. Let's just leave it at that for now.